Good morning, everybody. I am your grateful neighborhood addict named Connor, and this is today's daily reflection. May 16th, we forgive. Often it was while working on this step with our sponsors or spiritual advisors that we first felt truly able to forgive others, no matter how deeply we felt they had wronged us. Our moral inventory had persuaded us that all around forgiveness was desirable, but it was only when we resolutely tackled step 5 that we inwardly knew we'd be able to receive forgiveness and give it too. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 58. What a great feeling forgiveness is. What a revelation about my emotional, psychological, and spiritual nature. All it takes is willingness to forgive. God will do the rest. Hey guys, so forgiveness is the topic of the day today, and this is a short excerpt from my second book. You choose to forgive, not because what they did to you is acceptable, but because forgiveness is the tool that God put in your hand to defend your heart from becoming embittered and guarded. You have to choose to remain soft, to remain open, and that is the true win. You have to understand every iota of energy you spend on vengeance and bitterness is stealing directly from what you could be investing into yourself, and bitterness blocks your blessings. Bitterness is like drinking poison and hoping someone else dies. It really is nothing short of a form of self-harm. And I truly believe that because, I don't think people realize that it costs you something to remain bitter and in unforgiveness, right? So whenever unforgiveness crops up in my heart or bitterness pops up in my life, I ask God immediately to take it away from me. And I say, I forgive them for it doesn't matter what they did. And I do this for a number of reasons. One is because it makes God happy, and I like making God happy. Two is that, it steals something from me. It really is like a form of self-harm. It costs me something to hang on to that negative energy when I could release it and open up the flow of good energy and good things and blessings in my life. And I don't like hurting myself in that way. So that's personally how I handle that. One of the things I find interesting about forgiveness is I always kind of thought that empathy would come first, and then that would give me the ability to forgive. But what I find is that the opposite is true, for me at least, where I make the choice to forgive, and then empathy for that person and, why maybe they did what they did seems to come later, and the understanding seems to come afterwards. And then I'm kind of like, oh, I'm glad I forgave that person for that thing. Thank you so much for listening today and for allowing me to be a part of your journey. I am your grateful neighborhood addict named Connor, and I'm wishing you another day gratefully sober. Until tomorrow.